Hi, everyone. Bret with Clipper City Homebuyers. Thanks for watching. And today I've got someone we had the pleasure of working with actually about a year ago. Mr. Quinn agreed to put up with me for a little bit longer and do this. But actually, what is surprising is we worked together about a year ago. We did business when he was looking to sell a house, and we never even met. We started talking about 30 minutes ago on the computer, and that was the first time we had really got to see each other. Other than that, the whole transaction took place remotely. So I've invited him just to kind of talk a little bit about it. So, sir, thank you again for agreeing to share your experience. So I guess if you could share just how we met, how you ended up hearing about us.
Sure. Some time ago, I had one of my relatives who had some mild dementia issues, and he was going to downsize and move to a smaller operation, and he had a need to get rid of his home. We had contacted one of the local people here that buy homes as is, and we got a price from them for what they were willing to offer for the property. I had been talking to my daughter-in-law, and she said that she knew Bret, and she knew he had moved into that line of business, and said, why didn't I talk to him? So here we are. That's how we met, and that's how we got started.
Yeah, I had worked with her. It was teaching when I was still teaching. So as far as now, the house was in Maryland near Catonsville. So it was a family member that you were trying to help out. What were some of the things, I guess, that you were considering, sir, that was important to you in that process? Was it whether it was the things in the house or speed or the repairs and obviously money, because I know you're trying to do right the best you can by all the people involved. So what were kind of some of the considerations you were?
Joe had been in the house. His wife had passed away about 5 years ago. He didn't spend any money at all. As a matter of fact, didn't do a very good job of taking care of the house. He had quite an accumulation of stuff that many of us wind up with, and so he had some repairs to be made to the house. It needed a general cleaning out. Had a significant amount of painting, refurbing walls, and bathroom accommodation. So those were some of the challenges. I wanted to get rid of the house because he was moving to an apartment complex and he needed some additional money. So that was what caused me to get a hold of Bret.
And sir, you said when you had talked with the agent, because I actually tell a lot of people, I might have told you, I don't remember. Your situation is probably somewhere closer to being more ideal for an investor. I tell people a lot of times, hey, if your house is in great condition and you got time, by all means list it. I can refer you to an agent. There's other factors. There's speed, and do you have to do some cleaning up or repairs or anything like that? What was it that made you decide, I guess, to go with us?
It looked to me to be require a significant amount of time. And after I initially talked to Bret, I decided possibly it was something that I was willing to spend some time in fixing the house up. So I had talked to a realtor, and we managed to assemble a team of people at her request, and we brought those people in, gave us estimates on the repairs and what it would take, how long it would take to do the project. After I did some due diligence and figured out what the cost would be and how long it would take me to do it, I decided that it would probably be in my brother-in-law's best interest to take Bret's offer and to move forward from there, because that was the fastest way for us to get the job done. and I didn't have the additional time that I could spend
Right.
overseeing this operation.
Right. Right.
So,
And then I know what we did, I think it was when we had actually come to agreement, I think we started talking in October of 2020. I think we made you the offer, and after you had looked into other, different options, we were under contract in mid-November, and then I think we were able to close in about a month. I think it was December.
we closed in December. We closed in 2020. Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember
And
the date
the attractive part of that was that we would not have the responsibility of the house any longer.
Right.
I didn't have to pay the real estate commission. I didn't have to spend several months of my time, and I didn't really know what additional work would be
Bingo.
kind of out of scope to what I had been quoted.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's we at least for ourselves, we say always overestimate repairs and
Right.
overestimate the time also, because
Yes.
every house has surprises.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, and so one of our guys, he met you at the house, he took a look at it, and you had even sent us pictures too. And it was like, yep, pictures are good, house is good. The title company was Black Oak Title in Bel Air. Sir, I don't remember, did you guys go to the closing, or did they do a remote closing for you?
We did a remote closing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. So they met you somewhere that was convenient for you, and I don't know if that was a notary or somebody from the office.
It was actually somebody from the title company, and we handled everything. I never personally met with them.
Yeah.
All the paperwork was exchanged, and we used, I think, DocuSign to sign all the paperwork that we needed to sell the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, well, let me ask you, probably the thing that concerns most a person in your situation, that was in the situation that you were in. One, you got paid.
Yes.
People ask me, when do I get paid, Bret? And I'm like, once the paperwork is done and the title company meets you and everything is signed, then the title company deposits the money.
Yeah.
So
it was like going through a normal closing on a house.
Yep.
After all the papers were signed, and they decided to pay all the taxes and all the rest of the things that had to be taken care of.
Right.
They cut me a check the same time they cut the check for the taxations and whatever.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that was, it didn't require a lot of my time to deal with you and your people.
Yeah, and I guess that's the other thing is, obviously, one, concern, are you able to get paid? And number two is, how was it after, right? Because certainly there's been times where my wife and I have had things of our own where we're like, you know what, do we want to fix this, or do we just want to get rid of it? Do we just want to sell it, or sell it to somebody who that's their expertise? How did it feel once everything was done? If it was a relief or something, I mean, how did it feel once everything had closed to be done?
It was like a weight was lifted off of our shoulders. My brother-in-law was happy with what he got for the house. I stopped by the house while it was being referred by your team of people.
Yep.
And they were doing a really outstanding job. The house would look really great. It was probably better than I could have done, because they had some pretty decent ideas.
And well, I'm glad that we were able to, to work with you all, sir. I guess the final question is, would you recommend, you would recommend us to anybody else
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And if the occasion arose, I wouldn't hesitate to use you guys in the future.
Yes, sir. So. Well, I truly do thank you. You all have been great. You were great to work with. It was a pleasure. And I want to thank you for your time, sir. Sure. What I'll do, sir, is I'll end the meeting, and then we can just chat for a few more minutes,
sure.
or I'll end the recording. Hope that answers any questions, guys. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to reach out to us. Mr. Quinn, thank you again. Let me end the recording here.
Okay.